Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your monthly reading for August 2025. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're gonna jump right into it, Cancer. If you are new to my channel, I am going to do your astrological overview. Then I'm going to do your spread. Then I break it down week by week. I pull more cards. We look at other aspects, and then, we'll do the second spread. And don't forget that the blue asterisks are always the best aspects of the month. And Mercury is retrograde as I record this. So that's another thing I just want to let you know. All right. So, because I'm already looking at the Vim, like, is the words matching the timing of my lips? I've been having tech issues is all I'm saying. All right. Now, the thing about August for you, Cancer, well, I really want you to just buckle the up. Okay. This is possibly your most transformative month all year. I would even say years. This is insane. This is August is one for the books, one for the history books. It's like a month out. It was like something that wasn't meant to touch water. It's electric. It's sensational. There's a lot of change that you can expect. Major change, especially with the way that you're seeing things, your perspective. Very fire and air here, okay? So things are going to be fast. There's going to be movement. It's the least boring month, to say the least, okay? Because of the sheer magnitude of the aspects that are happening. I mean, this is the month that we've been waiting for. It is the month, all right? So, and lucky us, it's one of the long months. It's a long month with like 31 days. Now, I've been telling you week after week after week after week this summer, all right? You want to take action, take that inspired action for where you want to be February 2026 and beyond. Remember, that is the great reset. That's when everything is happening. That's when we return to energies from now. Okay, that's happening right now. Of course, I'll explain it a lot more next month, but I say it because September 1st is kind of the deadline. That's when Saturn actually leaves Aries, moves back into Pisces. And then all these planets are going back into their, original signs from the beginning of the year. And September is eclipse season. So please take this to heart. Everything. You want to do it in August, okay? It's not to say you can't do it in September. You're just going to have rare aspects this month that you want to take advantage of because August is going to be off the charts. Mars, by the way, is changing signs. Venus is changing signs. Venus is in your sign up until like the 25th. So you have Venus in your sign all month. You're going to love this month. But what is going to happen this month? Venus will conjunct Jupiter in your sign. So that's our annual gift from the universe that's happening in your sign this month. You can't get more auspicious than Venus conjunct Jupiter. We'll talk about it. We also have this rare cluster of rare aspects happening over a weekend. I'm still processing it. I'm like, this is just so bonkers. We'll talk about that. Mercury will officially go direct halfway through the month. And one other thing, Venus, by the way, Venus will move into Leo, okay, at the end of this month. Oh, my diddly days, Cancer. We'll talk about that. That's going to be a special day for you because Venus, on one of those days, will have 4 aspects in one day. I want you to absorb that. And again, we'll talk about later, but Uranus, remember, locked and loaded in Gemini. Uranus this month has gone wild. All right. Very Forrest Gump, very like box of chocolates. Like you just don't know what, but because Uranus is a planet of surprises, the unexpected, but breakthroughs. Remember, all about being your authentic self. We'll talk about that. And the last thing I just want you to remember, we are still in retrograde mode, all right? And that's not just Mercury, that's Saturn, that's Neptune, that's Pluto. Ceres will go retrograde, all right? And then Mercury the first half. So keep that in mind. You've been thinking about a lot. You've been reassessing, refining. You've been reworking things. You've been reworking the books. You got Mercury and Leo in your second house of money and finances. You've been going over money stuff. Yeah, even from, things that have happened beginning of July. You've been reworking things, but now things are making sense. You're improving things. That's what retrogrades are for. And especially communication. There could have been something here where also something where it's all about your values. You're thinking about your values. But anyway, these retrogrades, remember, are good for you, and they are giving you perspective. Now, don't also forget that the sun is in Leo. So we're still in Leo season for the first half of the month, right? So you got the stage, you got the spotlight. That's Leo energy. It's heart-based living. Leo is the heart. A lot of creative energy, a lot of self-expression, passion, love, tapping into your inner child. And again, emphasis on money and career with Saturn and Neptune in your 10th. We'll talk about that. The last thing I want to remind you, and this is the most important thing of all right? The rare minor grand trine that we've been experiencing. Remember that magic pyramid, right? Which I've been calling the prism portal, with Saturn conjunct Neptune in Aries at the apex, sextile Uranus in Gemini, and Pluto in Aquarius. And Uranus in Gemini is trining Pluto in Aquarius. So you've got that triangle, right? It's locked and loaded now. It's completely locked and loaded. All those outer planets in their fresh new signs connecting, harmonizing, working with each other in these auspicious aspects, right? Working with each other to create your new era. This is a once a lifetime alignment that I've told you nobody on Earth has ever experienced. Nobody on this planet has ever experienced what we're experiencing. And I promised you, because this is years long, this prism portal, I promise you, I tell you when we really feel it. And that's August is the first big, all right? In fact, the majority of aspects are part of the prism portal, those alignments, right? And they're all between 0 to 2 degrees of new beginnings. So your life is changing in a really big way, in ways that you can imagine, especially with career. Yeah, really big. Partnerships, money is a big theme for you, and love, and just having fun, a lot of pleasure. All right. It's all about you. You got Jupiter in your sign. You got luck for an entire year. Good fortune, blessings. You're good. You're good. And just so you know, that prism portal, the 4-planet alignment, you're going to feel strong this month. Just going to let you know. I've been telling you this. This alignment breaks down who you were to make you who you're meant to be. So there will be a new you. Everybody on this planet, okay? It's non-negotiable with these alignments. And remember, they're all auspicious and favorable. So buckle up, Cancer. We're in for a ride. Now, the first day, though, you see. And yeah, there's more in the back here, but you see that Venus in your sign is going to square Saturn and Neptune in Aries. I got to spend a little bit of time with you here. All right. Venus, all about, she's so sweet, right? Venus, everything that your heart desires, things that make your heart sing, love, relationships, money, creativity, beauty, all of that. Well, she's being grounded by Saturn and Neptune. Okay. Remember, Saturn and Neptune are conjuncting. Okay. They're working together. Yeah. And they actually want different things. They're bringing different things to the table. Saturn's reality. Neptune, ideals, right? Saturn builds. Neptune dissolves. So here's the thing. Venus is harmony. And so what's happening here on the first, you're going to have to figure out ways to compromise when it comes to career. And the way that you want to be seen. If you're not for career, whatever you're exerting your energy into that you want to be known for. If you want to be known for being the best, I don't know, TV Turner honor in your, gated community, there you go. It doesn't matter. The best baker in your city, Springfield, it doesn't matter. That's where you're putting your energy, okay? But the 10th house is so public facing, and it's fame, all right? Public recognition, honors, achievements. That is huge for you. It's huge for you right now, okay? And you're reassessing things. Remember, both Saturn and Neptune are retrograde, all right? But what's happening here, Venus in your sign can be a little sensitive, can be a little oversensitive, can be a little over emotional, especially in a challenging aspect like a square. And it could even be like over nurturing, just to let you know. And I'm letting you know that, Cancer, because Venus is in your sign. So there can be a little bit over protection. All right. So just bear that in mind. And I also want to remind you, Mercury is retrograde. Yeah. So there can be some miscommunication around this time as well. Mercury being in Leo, I told you the lower expression can also be ego and pride. Now, you've got Saturn here. So Saturn does bring reality checks, and there can be a little bit of a squeeze this day, and I would allow it a few days. Yeah? Before, a few days after. All right? That's how strong this is. Especially that squeeze for you, 1000% will be career. It could be a boss. Saturn's the authority, right? So it could be a boss. It could also be, because you have so much home and family matters, it could be a parental figure. It could be like a father figure. But also Saturn natively rules your seventh. So it could be a partnership. And that can be love. It can be marriage. But it could be work. It could be one-on-one personal relationship. It could be your relationship with your wedding planner, with your designer, with your agent, whatever it is. There just may be a little bit of squeeze here when it comes to relationships, love, money, but career, fame, and home and family for you. But anyway, something's going to test your self-worth, self-value. That's going to be something here. It could be someone from the past as well. Just be mindful, because there may be something here where if you don't see eye to eye, and I say that because remember, if you're vibrating at a high frequency, that frequency of love, compassion, gratitude, self-love, you're not even going to feel this. But should you feel this, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Just remember, I said people can be extra sensitive today, and that is the collective. So it could be you. It could be someone else that you are being the authority to, right? So all about compromise, all about compromise. That's what Venus wants. Harmony, compromise. Remember, Saturn and Aries, practice patience, wax on, wax off. You're going to be fine. Now, Venus square Neptune, there you go. We've had this before. Little sister, big sister. Very La La Land. Very, Alice in La La Land. All right? So a little bit of illusion. Delusion can be a little bit of deception. Again, that's why with Mercury retrograde at the same time, just be mindful there can be a little fogginess here, okay? Very Miss Doubtfire energy. Like, oh, are you really, so it's all about how you handle situations, all right? That's what it is. Do some breath work, stay grounded, and just focus on your path to enlightenment. You're going to be fine. Just please don't be hard on yourself. Because yes, Mars is still in Virgo at this point, which can be very self-critical. It can be very hard on yourself. It can be, it's that perfectionist energy. So that's the thing. It's in your third house. There may be some conversations, or you might want to say something. Okay? It's that overprotective energy. Now, the other thing is that, oh, yeah. And a lot of this may be love. And if you're dating someone, it can be in a romantic way because the moon will be in Scorpio this day. So for you, the fact that the moon is going to be in Scorpio this day, which does have that kick to it. I've talked about moon in Scorpio. And so it can really amplify energies around relationships and money for you. All right? Just letting you know. You're going to be fine. You're going to be good. Because the moon in Scorpio will conjunct Juno. We'll talk about that in a second. And remember, you're in Leo season. You're radiating. Let that light inside you shine, and let it shine for other people. If people are trying to pull you into their low energy frequency, what do I always say? Help pull them out. Okay, that's what karma is. All right, you're on a karmic journey, and the curtains are up in Leo season. Now, Wednesday, August 6th, you got Mars moving into Libra. I just took a glance at the screen, and I don't think my words are matching my lips. So, I'm sorry, there's a delay. But this is the 40th tech difficulty I've had since Mercury went retrograde and Uranus went on my ascendant. So I did the best I could to fix it. All right. Now, Wednesday, August 6th, Mars moves into Libra. This is going to be interesting for you. Very interesting. I like it. I think it's great, but it does bring... so here's the great thing. Mars is action, right? And drive and passion. Mars is also libido. It's in the sign of partnerships and relationships and marriage. And okay, so that's for you. The other thing is, It's Libra also rules just, peace and harmony and diplomacy. And Mars can be a little passive aggressive. So just keep that in mind. Legal matters and contracts. But Libra rules your fourth house. And so you see the overlap here with Jupiter in your sign. And now you got Mars and Libra in your fourth. So there will be a lot of focus on home, family, real estate, parents, children, your significant other, your roots, ancestry, things like that. All right. So just use this, because what's happening is that Mars, you're going to feel very intensely in Libra for up until the 17th, because Mars in Libra is going to create this amazing grand air trine. Mars in Libra connecting with Uranus in Gemini and Pluto in Aquarius. And that's awesome, because these air signs, right? So it's a lot of communication, it's, processing. But anyway, it's all at those degrees of new beginnings. So there's something brand new happening here. All right. Something really, really nice. And it's at those degrees of, it's like that go-getter energy. And Mars is physicality. So like I said, you are probably going to be doing things around the home, maybe decorating. You got Venus in your sign. You're feeling, inspired to decorate, buy new couches, things like that, renovations, maybe do a garden. Yeah. So use Mars. Mars is physicality as well. Yeah. So there may be making amends for a lot of y'all. I mean, it is Libra, right? All about that peace and harmony. So very, very nice. And it is connecting with Uranus and Gemini in your 12th and Pluto and Aquarius in your 8th, which natively rules your 5th. And then remember, Uranus natively rules your 8th. So partnerships, relationships, your personal transformation story, really big. What do you want peace, harmony, justice in? Yeah, that's got to be a big question for you in regard to circumstances that you may be going through or experiencing. Okay, especially with love and relationships, creative projects, work matters, wealth building, inheritance, investments, bonuses, commissions, royalties, all of that. All right, all of that's going to be on the table. And the reason why this is actually going to be amplified for you, Cancer, is because Juno, which I just mentioned, Zeus's wife, Jupiter's wife, right? Juno is Hera in Greek. Anyway, Juno is Libra's asteroid. And she sits between Jupiter and Mars. She's all about equality, truth, justice in partnerships, marriage, commitments, contracts, legal matters, and she is going to be connected with a North Node. So there's something destined here, something fated, all right? But remember, Juno works in your favor in terms of bringing that fairness and that balance. And she is, even though Libra's asteroid, she is in Scorpio. And Scorpio natively rules your 5th house of true love and romance and recreation and procreation and creative projects, okay? Family, children, all of that. So just, again, there's a big theme of like, what is my justice, okay? That Libra is the justice card in tarot, by the way, all right? And remember, Mars can be like a sword. Spirit, remember, in the justice card, the judge does have that sword. So anything, yeah? Think integrity, diplomacy, karma, consequences. What is not your authentic self? Whoosh, right? Leaving it in the past. Now, Friday, August 8th. Oh gosh, we're here. So let me just tell you real quickly what's happening. All right? Because there's more in the back here, but just to give you an example, just to give you an idea of what you're about to move into on Friday, August 8th, which, yes, is 8/8 Lionsgate portal. I talked about my last live stream. I'll leave it at the end of this video, okay? Or I'll talk about it next week, too, in your weekly forecast. This is what's happening. You got Mars trine Uranus, Mars opposite Saturn, Mars opposite Neptune, full moon in Aquarius, Mars trine Pluto. And then that Monday, we're making it a 3-day weekend, Saturn sextile Uranus, Venus conjunct Jupiter, and Mercury going direct. So those are all rare once-a-year aspects, most of them, okay? This is going to be a bonkers weekend right on Friday, 8/8, the Lionsgate portal. All right, so here's the thing. Mars trine Uranus. Let's start with that. That's happening at 1 degree. This is just, I don't even know what to tell you. This is one of the most exciting trines ever. Okay? In general, when you have Mars and Uranus together. Because Uranus is like, let's do it. Let's have those breakthroughs. But you got Mars in the driver's seat. Like, whoosh. I mean, yeah. Oh, things are going to happen for you. It's a trine. It's favorable. It's, makes things effortless for you. It's like a luck magnet. So this day and the days before, days after, this is your big radical breakthrough. I mean, there's no breaks here with Mars and Uranus. This is wild. It's stimulating. It's innovative. It's evolution, revolution. It's freedom. It's freeing your mind. Now, Uranus being in Gemini in your 12th house, yeah, that's very spiritual. A lot of healing energy. And we are going to have a lot of Chiron aspects for the end of the month. But wow, you are definitely doing a lot of healing. Okay? Maybe even, like I said, making amends, making up, forgiveness, things like that. Yeah? Home, family, the domestic sector, neighbors even. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Real estate, realtors, whatever it is. 12th house is very spiritual. It's a subconscious, so it's unrooting things. So it's also, again, even if you feel like you're going through defensive energy, it's like you taking that, you seeing something around this time, like, oh, that's why, this old pattern of mine that I recognize it now, I'm letting that go. Because this entire month is out with the old, in with the new. Yep. So there's got to be a lot of revelations for you, especially because, we'll get to it later. Just this is going to be your big break. There's some big break here. And again, home and family is like the biggest energy for you, but also money and relationships and your personal transformation. Okay. Now, the other thing is Mars opposite Saturn and Neptune, same day. You'll feel this days before, days after. This is just when they perfect. First, let's start with Mars opposite Saturn. It happens every 2 years. So 2 malefic planets. And it's very come at me, bro energy. But it is a little awkward because Mars is detriment in Libra, Saturn's in its fall in Aries. Mars is fast, Saturn's slow. It's like, you got the boomer Saturn, you got Gen Z. They're just, anyway. So it's a little it's like a comedic, but they still are come at me broing. They're going to give you a little bit of a squeeze this day when it comes to career. Okay. When it comes to your 10th house, fame, career, as well as home. So there could be something here where it's like you're on your spiritual journey. Mars is going to be looking for cracks. That's what Mars is going to be doing in the home sector, family sector, relationships. And Saturn, who is karma, by the way, who always wants you to learn a lesson, he's life lessons. On this day, you're going to see what that lesson is, what he's looking from you, because Saturn, again, in your 10th house. Now, for you, it does look like, again, father figure, role model. It could be something like even a boss, male authority figure. There's something here, but again, a partnership. It could be your business partner. It could be, lover, things like that. There just may be something here where you have to see eye to eye and you got to learn what lesson. There's something karmic here. They are the karmic police. They're TSA agents at this point, they look at you, Cancer, and they're like, random check on your spiritual journey. So you're going to have a little bit of a pause, but again, it may be something where you can use this to feel empowered, to empower yourself. You can use this in terms of, okay, I got to tweak this little thing because that helps improve things for the long term. Yeah. Now, Mars opposite Neptune, and we'll talk more about this next week. Mars opposite Neptune, just be realistic about your visions. And that's all it is. Okay. Especially when it comes to career and fame. All right. And spend a lot of time in nature. Because what's happening here, you see that there's so much cardinal energy activated. Mars in Libra, you got Venus in your sign, you're a cardinal sign. You even got Jupiter in sign. I mean, it's not really aspecting anything here, but you've got Saturn, Neptune, and Aries, cardinal sign. You got a lot of cardinal. Remember, Saturn natively rules your 7th, Capricorn, cardinal sign. Again, everything that's been asking you the past few weeks to just be that leader, be your own leader, the spiritual leader, the, visionary, right? Compassionate hero, all of that energy. But now it's like, really? Yeah. So Get some crystals. Get some crystals. Okay, so the reason why I think this is going to be a really big day for you, by the way, is that Pluto will conjunct the moon in Aquarius on this day. So there is definitely something here with your transformation. Remember, Pluto in Aquarius is in your 8th house of death and rebirth. Caterpillar to butterfly, regeneration, all of that. Now, the other thing is Saturday, August 9th or Sunday, August 10th, we have the full moon in Aquarius. That's going to happen. So it depends on where you live. It's on the 10th at 4 a.m. Yeah. This is, remember, we already have that amazing golden triangle, this perfect golden triangle. That's really amazing. Mars, Uranus, Pluto, all harmonizing. Now you got the full moon in Aquarius, other air sign. Pluto's already in Aquarius. This is an amazing full moon, especially with Mars, exile Uranus at the same time. So again, vibrate at that high frequency. Have conversations with the moon this day. It's going to be really full. Remember, everything is energy. You're connecting with the ether. This is going to be a big one for you. All right. Remember what I just said. Aquarius was your 8th house of death and rebirth and transformation. This is going to be a huge transformative. This is when you start moving into that butterfly phase. Yeah. All right. So huge. And yeah, money and relationships going to be really highlighted around this time. But it's all about your breakthroughs. This is honestly all about your breakthroughs. You're really going to feel this. You're really going to feel this. Remember, the moon is your ruler, right? And then full moon in Aquarius, 8th house. But then there's just something here with even with that air trine activated and then on top of the prism portal activated, you've got a lot happening. But this is your breakthrough. And just think that freedom and you're moving into this new, it's like out with the old, in with the new. And this is a big full moon. It's all about the, Chris rules the, humanity, right? The collective. So this is like a collective awakening. And remember, the moon, your ruler, has an impact on our emotions. Like the ocean tides, the moon locks in the tides. Water, as we know, is emotions. You are a water sign. The moon rules you. And the fact that human beings are made of 60, 70% water, right? The moon has an impact on oceans and water. It really affects us. But this is a full moon in Aquarius, humanity. So everyone's going to feel this on this collective level. Remember, Aquarius is very revolutionary. Yeah. And so it's very future forward. So you are going to be very focused on your future, especially with partnership building, wealth building, your transformation. Okay. Now, there also may be something here with mother and your maternal role as a mother as well, or grandmother, or even again, because you have so much career stuff happening, maybe even a female boss, business partner. But anyway, there's, let's see. Then we get to Sunday the 10th. You have Mars trine Pluto in Aquarius now. I can't even make this up. You've got Pluto, the planet of transformation, in your 8th house of transformation. Cancer, only you and only you. I want to make that clear. And remember, it's part of the prism portal that's happening for many years. You're going through a lot of change. Okay. But you go through peaks, right? This is a peak, and this is an amazing peak with Mars trine Pluto happening right at that full moon. Because what's happening here is you have now the two most powerful planets working in your favor. It's a trine, again, very auspicious, doing major things for you to feel empowered. And you're going to feel like a magnet. I've been saying this is conquer level, amazing, very unstoppable energy. And it's rare. You only get this once a year. And this is in 2 air signs. They're going to have a lot of fun here. So again, I just see a really big change, especially with home and family. Okay, a lot of y'all may be getting married. There's your north nodes in your 9th. A lot of you are going to be having second marriages. You just got a lot happening for you, Cancer, and they're all really, really wonderful this month. This is just, you're going to feel very confident, courageous. You're taking on those energies of Pluto and Mars. You're going to feel very driven, and Pluto happens to be the higher octave of Mars. So think about the energy here, how amplified it is. All right. And so really love it. Now, you see that we also have Saturn sextile Uranus. So this is one of the rarest aspects of the month. You've been experiencing Saturn sextile Uranus. It's part of the prism portal. So you've been having a little, a sample of it. But this is the day it perfects at 1 degree, the initiator degree, the degree of new beginnings. This is the perfection. We have not seen this since 1996. The Olympics in Atlanta. Yeah, I remember. I was there. I went to a game from Atlanta. So anyway, you're just going to feel this. It's a sextile. Remember, sextiles are windows of opportunity. But this is, again, remember, years long. You have this huge window of opportunity. You're going to be constantly like transforming, always reinventing yourself, especially with Uranus and Gemini. But this is a huge, rare window, this peak right at this moment. An opportunity for you to thrive and prosper, but you got to take that action, okay? You have to take that action. And again, there's something here with career and partnerships and marriage for you, okay? That's got to be really nice. And healing. A lot of you are going to be healers in terms of your careers, okay? Healing others in some capacity, yeah? With that 12th house energy. But it's definitely a big awakening right here. It's change, it's progress, but it's with Saturn. So great discipline and structure and authority that's long lasting. And remember, Saturn in Aries is mastery of self. And Uranus in Gemini is you being your authentic self. So this is a brand new sensation where you're breaking down old traditions, implementing new ones. This is out with the old, in with the new, okay? Part of this complete reinvention of you. And you are definitely going to be very more experimental. And yes, I think I said it, a lot more heightened intuition. Your consciousness will be expanding faster than any other sign, and you're like that veil between the conscious and the subconscious. Whoa, with Uranus and Gemini in your 12th, yeah, y'all are gonna be like psychic level. Now, yeah, in the same day, whoa, look at what's happening. Venus conjunct Jupiter. Come on, that's insane. Venus and Jupiter conjuncting 13 degrees in your sign. This only happens once a year. It's rare. And it's the only conjunction this month, by the way. You start feeling this around the 7th, around the 8th, up until about the 19th, which is a very important day. I'm going to give you some extras too. All right, Cancer? But please mark this in your calendar. This is like the golden buzzer of the month, okay? Everything that your heart desires. It's Venus. Love, money, creativity, relationships. With a planet of luck and expansion and good fortune and abundance and profit. Come on. Wisdom. Come on. It's in your sign. You're going to, I mean, come on. This is your aspect. And it's very different from like, I mean, it's going to be connecting with the North Node. So again, just something really faded here. If you're single, by the way, please, by all means, you got Mars sextile Saturn, you got Uranus sextile Saturn, the unexpected surprises for the long-term commitments. Like you see what's happening here, the potential for anything, all those winks from the universe, those synchronicities, the sliding door moments. You miss your train, you get on the other train. There's our soulmate in the business suit. Anyway, eating an apple. You've got the two benefic planets working in your favor. Like this is like, I mean, it's in your sign. You're good. And the same day Mercury goes direct. So there's your clarity, negotiations, all that movement, moving forward. Money matters, moving forward. Talks about money, moving forward. Big finance, everything. Okay. And yes, my site, greatawakener.com. Yeah. You saw what happened to me when, Uranus went right on my ascendant, went right into Mercury retrograde. So yeah, there was some delays. Yeah. But you can go to the site and like the sign up. You can sign up for updates. But anyway, yeah, I'm very excited. I'm going to be launching it right around this time. I'll let you know when that is. But yeah, I'm doing longer predictions and world astrology. Teaching astrology, tarot, doing free tarot readings, all of that, birth charts. We're going to go over birth charts. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. So now Thursday, August 14th, to be honest, I think that this is going to be one of the best things for you. Like, remember how I said last month, when Mercury goes direct, it's going to be like a bullet train. Well, that's because Mercury sextile Mars That's, yeah, rare. These planets move so fast. For them to aspect in a sextile, this is rare. Like once a year, yeah. But brief, quick, yeah. It's a quickie. It's a 1 day thing. You get a small window for a day, 2 days tops. Oh, they're perfecting on the 14th and the 18th. Because for some reason, they're really, like the way their orbit, they're traveling together for about 10 days. So a typical, this aspect, typically, like you only get like a day of it, 2 days tops. You're getting 10 days of this window of opportunity with Mercury in your second house of money and finances, and this harmonious aspect, this window of opportunity with Mars and Libra, partnerships, relationships, contracts, but also home and family. So please use this, but also you are going to see things just happen for you. This is fire and air like you've never seen. Okay? Like you've never seen. We'll talk about more because you are going to change too. You're going to be very assertive. You're going to be very clever, quick on your feet. There's going to be a lot of things that are going to be signing or negotiating or pitching, even flirting. Yeah. If you're, yeah, it's a good, okay. So, what else? I'm going to skip a couple things. There's just too many things here. I'm going to go back to things when we break it down week by week, but we move into Virgo season on the 22nd. I think you're going to love that Virgo season. Really nice. You being a water sign, Virgo being earth sign. You like this. This is when things slow down because everything's going to be a little bonkers. You already saw July was a little bonkers when we were in Leo season, right? So, and it was fun and exciting and you were having all these big changes, but then a lot of different things happened. But anyway, now you're getting down to business. You're checking off your to-do list. You're getting organized. You're focusing on service to others. You're having a lot of conversations. You're networking. This is your third house. You're launching businesses, getting LLCs. You're going on trips for sure. Yeah. But there is a lot of like cleansing here. I mean, it is, Virgo is like purification. But anyway, we'll talk about more in your weekly forecast. But you do see that we do have a new moon on August 22nd or the 23rd, depending on where you live. It's having on the 23rd at 2 a.m. Now, this new moon in Virgo is at 0 degrees. You could not have a bigger reset, new beginning that is on fertile soil. So you've got the seeds you plant here, big, very big. Okay. There's something big happening for you because I think I mentioned this last week. You got this new moon in Virgo, and then in September we have eclipse season with a new moon solar eclipse in Virgo. So we have 2 Virgo new moons back to back. This one's just basically just, getting that new moon solar eclipse in Virgo set up. As you see how there's got to be something, Virgo rules your third house. There's got to be something really big for the next few months happening in your third house of communication. Okay. Learning. A lot of you are going to be going back to school, taking maybe online classes. A lot of y'all probably going to be doing something with the internet online, or you're probably going to be teaching. Okay. There's a lot of education here. And to be honest, selling things. Yeah. Launching sites, launching businesses. It's the third house. Mercury, the mercantile, right? Yeah. This is big. Okay. Really big. Mercury really amplifying this. The fact that Mercury rules Virgo and it's happening in your third house, which happens to be Gemini's home, who's, Mercury ruled as well. Anyway, big. Okay. So, yeah, your life is changing. Now, since we're Uranus, we'll talk about your weekly forecast. Monday, August 25th, Venus moves into Leo. That's going to be great for you. Like I said, Venus, which is all about the heart, is moving into Leo, all about the heart. You're going to love this, okay? So even though Venus is moving out of your sign, this is still really great, okay? I love this. This is really great for you. We'll talk about your weekly forecast, but yeah, money, Venus, the planet of money, and your second house of money. I mean, there you go, right? And then Tuesday, the 26th, that's when Venus is going to have 4 aspects in one day, all right? All the outer planets, 0 degrees, 1 degrees, the degrees of new beginnings. Your life is changing. Your love life, your money life, all of that. Okay. Mark, this is a fiery heart emoji. And just to give you an idea of what Venus, which is love and relationships and money and creativity and peace and beauty, all of that, Venus is going to trine Saturn. So support, stability, and commitments for the long term. And we're talking many years. You got Venus sextile, and this actually technically starts August 25th, but it's part of the package here. All right. Venus sextile Uranus, surprises, the unexpected, breakthroughs in love and money and creativity. Venus trine Neptune, creativity, transcending in dimensions you didn't even know existed. And then Venus opposite Pluto as part of your transformation. There's something here where you're like, yes, I'm going to transform. This is part of my life story. Now, lastly, the biggest, and it's almost like the universe saved this for last for the month. Thursday the 28th, you have Uranus, sextile Neptune. There you go. We've again, our toes were in the water. We're dipping our toes in the water. You've been experiencing a little bit of this. Here's the perfection. All right. This is a really big deal. Really big deal, especially if you're a creative type, if you're a creative artist or paint or anything in the creative arts. Okay. But it doesn't even have to be the arts. Even if you're a CEO of a company, you're creative. You gotta be creative about, problem solving, things like that. But we have not had this since 1965. 1965 to 1969, okay? And so Uranus in Gemini, by the way, remember, is all about the mind, being your authentic self, okay? A little rebellious energy. It's the conscious, it's communication, it's the future, it's breakthroughs. And then you got Neptune in Aries. Remember, that's the dream. That's the dream. That's the, collective imagination. That's spirituality. That's higher mind. So think about the late 60s and that whole movement. It really is like, and remember, this is for 2 years, locked in and loaded, right? Yeah. It's like the new Burning Man without the sponsors. But for you, I mean, remember, Neptune is in your 10th house of fame and career and achievements and honors. You got the North Node in Pisces in your 9th. I can't even like that. That's even publishing and broadcasting. Like, you could win a Nobel Prize or a Pulitzer. This is 10th house activity for the next few years for you, Cancer. You're good. Remember, you got Jupiter in your sign for the first year. You're good. You're all set. You're all set. All right. So let's get started. Cancer. Let's see what's going on for you. For August 2025, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, so Cancer, let me just do a little check here. Oh gosh, yeah. Hello, Cancer. Can you? Okay, let's do it. Sorry, I'm just trying to see. Yeah, I'm looking and I guess, like, is it called dubbing? I don't even know. I don't know these technical things with a tech. I do a traditional cult across spread, offers the best overview. If we need to pull clarifiers, especially for a monthly reading, if we need to pull clarifiers, you know that we will. Secondly, Cancer, you know I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. I hope you had a great birthday season. I'm still seeing like all these amazing things happen for you. Yeah, I'll look at your comments. And this is going to be truly life-changing month for you. Okay, so let's see. Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah, you're going to get... I'll give you the wise owl too. Anyway, you're good. You're, I don't know. Who's that? You get that guy. I tell you, I'm part of a sticker club. You get that guy. I think he's like in Ted Lasso or something. Cancer, what is going on here? When I say leader up, like, whoa, you were really taking it to a whole other level this month. You got that Page of Swords. So from the get-go, you're moving into this month very enthusiastic. There's something that you do want, something new that you do want, something that a lot of y'all have already moved into. You're excited to explore it and to learn it and to just grow with it. New business that you started, new relationship, whatever it is, there's something fresh, this enthusiasm, like this feels good. Like I want to just really, get into it. And again, with your third house activated, your ninth house activated as part of the nodes this year. Yeah, there's a lot of learning. There's a lot of growing, spiritual growth, emotional growth, all through the things that you are learning or even teaching as well. But this is just showing there is a sense of like, yes, I'm like a sponge and I'm just eager to get things going. You could even get a message coming through like right away, but it feels more like you're giving a message, you're announcing something to some people. This is happening, but there's this great enthusiasm that, wow, with that 10 of Pentacles and the heart of your spread, remember this is a monthly forecast. Whoa, this is insane. Okay, so what I love about this is this card is actually attributed to Mars and Virgo, and you still have Mars and Virgo for the first half of the week. I still think that is going to be, even though you have those squares, remember you can use them, right? I still feel like the first week is going to be very pivotal for you because you have Mars and Virgo there. It's coming after the Page of Swords. Like I can't even, and Mars and Virgo, remember that's in your third house of communication, processing, thinking, all of that. So it's almost like you are on this path that's putting you this place of like this feel good. I made it. There's something new that happened. I feel good. Congratulations. Achievements. You got Saturn, Neptune there in your 10th house. Like this is all the pentacles. Look at them falling from the heavens, right? Like in the form of the tree of life. It's very sacred. It's the only card where you see that. You see the family here. I told you got a lot of family energy, ancestry, roots. You see 3 generations of family here. I said you got a lot of home stuff happening. Yeah, look how big that castle is. Look at all that abundance. I told you about money, wealth. Like that's got to be a big thing for you. You're good. And when I say your life is changing, well, there you go. Your life is changing. So there's a sense of just being in your physical, just like having that gratitude, enjoying that what you have in your physical realm. It just feels really good because remember that part of your chart is ruled by Leo. You got Mercury in the first half, Venus in the second half. I told you that Leo story is not done for you, right? That's why I kept talking about this summer. You had Mercury move into Leo in September. Yeah, you had the sun in Leo. You had the new moon in Leo. And then once Venus leaves Leo, did you see my Saturn Neptune video where I told you what you can expect for you, Cancer, in February 2026? And why that Leo story is not done? And even next summer, when Jupiter leaves your sign and moves into Leo in your second house of money and finances and wealth. I'll leave it at the end of the video. You're good. You're good. You have nothing to worry about. 5 of Swords. That's fine. There's, it just feels like there's some things that need to be said. Okay. Just do it diplomatically. All right. Some people may say some things to you. Be the better person in the situation. If they're coming at an angle where it's like, that's all it is. But what I love about this, it feels like, look, you got the Page of Swords and the King of Swords, 5 of Swords in a challenge area. It seems like you're coming out of something here. Okay. Because you've got that sense of not only like enthusiasm, but also this, I'm on top of it. Like I can handle these responsibilities. I'm going to dole out the responsibilities. I'm the one that's going to make the decisions. I'm the one that's going to call the shots. This is authority. This is power. So whatever's happening here, it's almost like you're coming out of that energy, especially if there was something coming up like up here where you were just so much was going on in your head. No more. There you go. You got that. Look at him. The only king that looks directly at you. He's faced all his truths. He's got nothing to hide. And he is like saying, you want to debate me? I'm a member of Mensa. I invented Mensa. Yeah, you are going to be thriving. You're going to be thriving, especially when you hit Virgo season. Remember, that is her third house anyway. Wow. All right. 4 wands. Congratulations. I told y'all, a lot of y'all are going to be getting new jobs, starting your own businesses. A lot of y'all are going to get married. Jupiter in your sign. Like anything's possible. But you got your 7th house activated of marriage. You got your 10th house activated of career. This is celebration. This is milestone. This is feeling free. This is you setting yourself free. You're good. You're absolutely good. This card is actually attributed to Venus and Aries. Yeah. And so remember, Aries in general, that's your 10th house, rules your 10th house. That's in like career, fame, public recognition, honors, achievements, all of that. Like you're good. Okay. So anything, wands at the end of the day, it's just like, it's that spirit, it's fiery spirit. It's like invigorating. It's like whatever you're passionate about. There's something that you're going to be moving through this month. And a lot of it has to do with the way that you're seeing things. Yeah. And being very authoritative in negotiations and conversations, things like that. King of Wands in your future. That's amazing. He is the entrepreneur. You got so much 10th house activity. So much. And even all this Virgo energy, by the way, you know, natively rules your work house. So, or rules work, but you've got Sagittarius rules your work house. And that's the thing. That's one of the reasons why when I say pay attention to the first week, not even the first 2 days of August without those squares, you will have the moon in Sagittarius. So there will be something there with work anyway. Okay. That maybe like you're going to be thinking about some things. But anyway, you end up sitting in the throne. So it's whatever. You're good. King of Wands. Yeah. Entrepreneur. This is someone who is a businessman. This is someone who is, he's like the fun king though. He's a fun businessman. He's very transformative. Okay. He changes people's lives, but it's because of his experiences. His life was changed. He went through major transformation. Look at the salamander at his feet. Look at the Ouroboros in his throne. Okay. This is someone who's confident through the experiences he went through. So you're going through experiences that's making you a stronger person and a leader, a big leader. And so, yes, career, work, profession, jobs, all of that. But again, just at the end of the day, your passions. Okay. And yeah, he's very he's a popular king. People, Cancer, you about to be very popular. All right. People are going to love you. This is, it's amazing. And it's anywhere that you're passionate about. Just think passions. Okay. Let's get to your stuff. Cancer. Oh my goodness. What a month for you. Literally your life is going to change this month. Okay. It started in July. It started back in March. That was very subtle. All right. Very, very subtle. You started really feeling it like May, June, July. August is like whoosh. If you like this reading, would it be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. Tell me what's going on. Cancer, tell me what's going on. I want to know. You got Jupiter in sign. Tell me what's like. You're going to have the Jupiter-Venus conjunction. I want to know what you did for your birthday. You're going through a transformative month. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah. Okay. So look at this. You got the 6 of Swords. Look at all these swords. I love this. It really is shifting your mindset. It's going to be like that game changer. Okay. Because even if you don't do it, these aspects are going to make you, right? They're just, and you saw, and I said that even in July with Uranus moving into Gemini. I said that. I said, Uranus is just, that's what Uranus wants you to do. Uranus wants you to shake things up. If you don't do it, Uranus is going to find a way to do it for you. And so it's better when you have, you're holding on to the steering wheel. But I really love this. Again, it's just like you saying, okay, well, this happened, this happened, this happened. It happened. I'm not going to dwell or live in the past. I'm going to move forward, okay? Because I got bigger fish to fry. I got a throne to sit in. I got success and prosperity all over my month. You got your own card, the Chariot. So when I say you're going to feel this drive, like going after things you want and not looking back, there you go. It does feel like there is someone that is going to be almost like an inspiration to you, like a motivator, kind of like the fire under your feet. It could be your partner, business partner. There's someone there. Yeah. It feels long-term too, like business, like, yeah, there may be something there that may be, a little bit longer than just like, I don't know, personal trainer or something. I don't know. But I love that. All right. And for a lot of y'all, yeah, there could be a couple different options. Remember, Uranus and Gemini does that, right? Gemini's a twin, brings two opportunities sometimes. Now, the other thing is that the chariot, look at this. I'm going to show you something. Look at his chariot that he's sitting in. It's cement. He's not going back. All right. This is all about moving forward. And what did I tell you? Out with the old, in with the new. No going back at this point. You've had too many. You had Mars conjunct the South Node. You had too many, like, letting this go, letting this go, letting this go, letting this go. You can't bring them back. You're on a brand new journey, brand new era. All right. But it seems like you're excited about it. Eight of Wands. Yeah. Things are going to move fast for you as long as you move with the energies. I told you, a lot of fire and air. That's really amazing. That's the Eight of Wands, everything aligning for you. What did I say about the Wands? Your passions, your ambitions, just creative energy is really strong. There may be, honestly, just looking at what's going on for y'all, it feels, if things feel they're moving like too fast, just go with the flow with the go, okay? And you're going to find a footing because, you know, once we hit Virgo season, there's a little bit earth energy for you. But anyway, you do have that Five of Wands in your final outcome. So you have a lot of home and family stuff. And that's the biggest thing that's coming up is like, yeah, there may be just not seeing eye to eye. Remember, even from the beginning of the month, that may be a thing. Someone's got to rise above that. That's going to be you, Cancer. You're the leader. You're a cardinal sign. There you go. All right. It almost even also feels like there's this even like competitive energy that you may feel. It's like racing with it's almost like, are you looking for a place? Are you looking to move or buy a property? I mean, like a lot of y'all will be, but that's what I'm saying. It's like there may be something that happens in August, like a place that we were looking at and like, oh, they just dropped the, you know, price down this much and now like 5 other people want it when no one else wanted it at the time and you were about to like things like there's something competitive here, but it doesn't feel, yeah, and it a lot of it just maybe like brotherly, sisterly, like you know, like that kind of energy too. Just rise above it, all right? Because remember, extra sensitive energy. I'll even clarify that for you. Oh gosh, wrong deck. Well. Well, you did get the Four of Swords. Okay, so that's great. Let me do. And the Eight of Pentacles. All right, so yeah, this is great that the Four of Swords. That maybe that wasn't a mistake. That's that stillness of mind. That just go within, take your time, come back out. Okay, that's all it is. And then you got the Eight of Pentacles. It's like rise above this. Tell everybody, hey. Let's all see it eye to eye. We're going to be fine. Jimmy says, save Frosty, be cool. It's just a little bit of a, you know, there's a couple, but when you get past that, you're good. Okay? And even if that continues, just remove yourself from that situation. And then look at that. He actually he removed himself from the city to work on his goals. His legacy. He's not distracted. He's practicing patience. He's learning as he goes. He's whistling as he works, but he's very devoted because what does he want? He wants to reach his finish line and his legacy. And it looks like you do too, and you will. So don't get distracted this month. Remember, 8 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. All right. So you're going to be fine. Let's break it down though. I want to see, let me see which, okay. Week by week. Let's see what's going on for you week by week. The first week, I already told you everything that's happening. There's a couple of things I didn't tell you that I do want to tell you. Okay. That's more, but not the first week. Where am I here? Okay. So, yeah. So you know that we have the Venus squares. Venus is in your sign. Mars trine Uranus, Lionsgate. We got the full moon, Mars opposite Saturn. There's so much happening that first week. Mars trine Pluto. Like, whoa. A lot. All right, let's see what's going on for you and Saturn. You're like so much happening. Let's see what's going on for you, Cancer, for the first week of August. Oh gosh, you're just getting everything you want, aren't you? That's amazing. Remember, Venus is in your sign. Use it. love, money, abundance, all of that. You see the symbol of Venus in the stone-shaped heart here, and the Empress. She's a goddess, Aphrodite. We're talking Venus here. So she's in your sign. All that modern comfort that feels really good. She holds the golden scepter that creates all that abundance. Anything she touches turns to gold. But this is the birth of new things that I really love. With that Page of Swords here as well, the Empress 3, right? This is creation. So there's something new. A lot of creative energy too, by the way. And even like, well, yes, actually some of y'all may have babies, think about having babies, expanding the family too. Okay, grandkids maybe in the picture, but she's pregnant. There may be a thing, but it's more about that comfort. Bringing this level of comfort by just, she's luxuriating. But this is super conscious love. This is so much passion. This is high frequency. This is like everything that we've talked about. Okay. But there is a sense of something growing in your world, but it is this new reality. You even see the pomegranates all over her gown, even the golden wheat, right? Representing this new crop. The pomegranates are, it's like fertility and growth. And there's so much sensuality with the Empress and sexuality. And like that's Mars will be in Libra, and there's a lot happening for you. Okay. There's a lot happening for you. Just, it's a good time to just feel really good. All right. It's honestly, that's like your soul glorified with Venus in your sign too. You're going to be getting a lot of things you want. The second week. Yeah. You even have, this is when Saturn sextiles Uranus, and then, Venus conjuncting Jupiter in your sign, Mercury going direct. You got Mercury sextile Mars. Let's just stick with that. That's a lot. All right. Let's see what's going on for you for the second week of August. You got the Seven of Swords. So this is a week where, well, let me just see something. Yeah. Okay. So this is the week where Mercury does go direct. So remember the the bookends of Mercury going direct and retrograde. They're always really, really strong. And so with swords being communication, things like that anyway, right? There's something here where it feels like you might need to really, really be honest with yourself about something. Remember I said when Mercury goes direct, that's like a lot of truth. Mercury's going to be sextiling Mars. So that's fine. I'm not saying in certain circumstances, I'm saying to yourself, there's something you have to be honest about, something that's happening with yourself. That's the biggest thing coming through. It also seems like there's something you're holding in that you're not letting people know. Might have to do with the relationships or money. I'll clarify that. Seven of Swords. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like relationships and money. Anything that you're investing your time and energy in. And I only say that because like the Seven of Swords is attributed to Moon in Aquarius. You have a full moon in Aquarius, and that is your 8th house of not only transformation, but relationship building, partnership building. So just be, just be very vocal, honest. It seems like you are going to be, but again, don't come on too like strong if you can. And that Seven of Pentacles, it's just really thinking about like what you've invested in, things that you've invested in. I mean, you got double seven there. Seven is really like desire, to be honest. You do have Venus in your sign. Okay, so what do you desire? Okay, what do you desire? But what do you, in terms of like the long term, be honest with yourself. Okay, and even if there are circumstances that are happening within your world, don't ignore it. If it's something that you're like, okay, I can't like let this bypass. Like, this is my life. Now, the third week, I was going to tell you that mark the 19th in your calendar because we will have a triple conjunction in your sign. Jupiter, Venus, and the moon. Yeah, this is insane because Jupiter will be at its degree of exaltation. Yeah, so this is going to be, and it just means he's at his strongest point. There's stuff happening for you. It's a jackpot moment. Then we move into Virgo season. We have the new moon in Virgo. Let's see what's going on for you that third week of August. Is that how many? Okay, so Page of Wands. Please plant seeds at new moon in Virgo. Page of Wands. Again, there's something really spirited here. There's something that you're really fixated on in a good way. Yeah, like I need to get this off the ground. And trust your intuition, trust your imagination as well. That's a lot of creative energy right there. And this is someone who wants to transform his life to be King of Wands. Okay. So yeah, a lot of new things. And that's the thing. It's like, you can have a lot of new things happen in your life. It doesn't have to be just one thing. So anyway, it's just all your passions it just feels like you see it happening. And the last week, Venus moves into Leo. We have all those aspects with Venus. I'll tell you that in your weekly. And then Uranus, Sextile, Neptune. All right. So let's see what's going on for you for the last week of August. Well, your life is changing. So when I say this is a life-changing month, it's a life-changing month. Your life is changing in a big way. All right, so big changes happening for you, Cancer. You got the World. It's the end of the major arcana. You're moving into a new one. And you're moving into this new phase. I want you to think that when I say out with the old and with the new, I really want you to take that seriously with the World, because the World, yeah, it's the end. You're moving into, and be very proud of yourself, because you got that 10 of Pentacles in the heart of your spread. There really, truly is something ending for something new. All right. Out with the old, in with the new, and take that to heart, because the World is attributed to the planet Saturn. Okay. So there's definitely something here with career. There's definitely something here with partnerships, relationships, even contracts as well. But at the end of the day, it's whatever you put your energy into. You see that, remember, this is going to be a big month. And then September, as you move into September, because this is the last week of August, that's going to be also really big. You're good. You're amazing. You're good. It's like, don't sweat the small stuff, honestly, with the 5 of Pentacles and the 5 of Swords. Should anything happen here, it just feels like petty stuff that you're just rise above it and just remove yourself from any noise that you don't need to. Yeah. But learn from things that, if you feel that it does have a big impact on you in one way or another, remember it's a very karmic month. And we'll talk about that. Even with Chiron being very activated too, which I missed. I'll tell you in your weekly forecast. All right. Oh, and yeah, the second spread. Well, Tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. We're going to pull out our cards. We're going to look at career. We're going to love all of that. Anyone's welcome to join. And then next week, we'll go deeper in the aspects. Cancer, y'all are amazing. I'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.